It's the big heavy snow here at Houston. I want you to take a look at this real quickly. I'm at the intersection of Grand and Main. This is snowfall that is new since yesterday. That's about 4 inches of snow. Master swimmers this weekend are hosting right here in Bozeman the Masters Swim Meet, and one swimmer is poised to set that record. She's 97 years old. Well, court documents I have right here in my hand from the 7th Judiciary District in the state of Idaho show that the Rexburg Police Department actually requested a search warrant. This morning we are talking about all things snakes, the beautiful and the deadly. That's what this exhibit is called here at the Museum of the Rockies. Warning, well, if they seem a little pushy this year, it's because they are working on a big goal. Cookies sold right here in the Bozeman area are going to send our Girl Scouts to Orlando, Florida. What I'm going to do this morning, Matt, we're just going to skip the running. We're going to go right to the carbs. I've got pizza, so when I get back, you and me, we're going to not even bother with the running, and we're just going to do what Haley did, and we're going to join her in full relaxation mode and have pizza. The first step, they're asking you to find your neighborhood fire hydrant. Then they're asking you to shovel 3 feet around and 3 feet above. There's about 2,600 fire hydrants in the Bozeman area, and removing that snow from above and around will help the firefighters. Well, Matt, I actually traded in my kitty vest because my friend Cody here, she's giving me the guard tube. I'm learning how to be a lifeguard. I'm learning a lot this morning. Well, just behind me, over that fence right there, sits an area larger than the states of Delaware and Rhode Island combined. Those two states house close to 2 million people. Yellowstone National Park, 3,500 square miles. The question is not what we're looking for, but where to even start.
Well, it's a huge park.
Penny has called Gardner, Montana home her whole life. Yellowstone National Park, it's her backyard. And for Penny, a mom,
the whole situation is very sad.
According to court documents, Lori Vallow, her brother, and 2 children, 7-year-old JJ and 17-year-old Ty Lee, traveled to Yellowstone on September 8th. Investigators have a picture showing them together at the park entrance. They also have a photo of Ty Lee later in the park that they found on Lori's iCloud account. Quote, "This photo is the last time we can find any record of Ty Lee being with Lori Vallow. We have found no witness that can verify that they have seen Ty Lee since then."
You could literally go 100 yards off the road and maybe not see anybody for several hours.
Mike, he knows this place. He's an independent tour guide. He shows people the park every single day.
There's 300 miles of paved road, but there's over 1,000 miles of trails.
Park officials will not answer our questions about any potential investigation. They're directing all media questions to the Rexburg Police Department, the same department that charged Lori Vallow with 2 accounts of child desertion. Still, multiple news agencies are reporting that officials are just waiting for the snow to melt to launch a full-scale investigation. But such a ground search could take weeks, if not months, before the park gives up any of its secrets.
You know, it's a place that you really have to experience firsthand to understand the size of it and the diversity of it.
There's so many different places you could, put a body or...
In the meantime, the world, like Penny and her neighbors in Gardner, they're left to wonder, where is Ty Lee?
Hopefully, if they are out there, they'll find them.
Reporting from the north entrance of Yellowstone National Park, I'm Bradley Warren, KHQ Local News.
Right now, if you have any information pertaining to the Lori Vallow case, or you were in the park on September 8th and have photos, you're asked to reach out to the Rexburg Police Department. We have that number up on our website. And coming up later this week, when Vallow appears in court in Idaho.
Recorded in front of a live audience in beautiful downtown Bozeman, Montana.
Why not start a recording studio in the middle of a recession?
Something Jason laughs about now, but he hung on, and what he learned in the process is that Bozeman won in entertainment. So he shifted from just recording songs to hosting events.
I started booking songwriters to play in the front room here, and a handful of people would show up, maybe probably not.
On average, Americans spend close to $152 a year on tickets. 52% of Americans attend live music. And as Bozeman was growing, they needed their own local venue. A need Live from the Divide started to be able to fill. And they attribute their success to one big thing: broadcasting their shows across the entire region, bringing more people to Bozeman to be entertained.
Growth of Bozeman and the success of what we are doing it's a direct correlation.
Local musicians and festivals in Bozeman are helping to drive the economy, like the Sweet Pea Festival. It generates close to $1.7 million in just over 3 days here in Bozeman and attracts thousands of people to the area. With the growth, there's a regular need for entertainments from musicians, large and small.
Yeah, last year was the first season that every show sold out, which was a total blessing.
But for Jason, the opportunity is letting him live out his dream and provide for his family.
It's not necessarily just luck because we were working our butts off, but Bozeman was allowed us to grow. Like, we grew with the town here, with the valley. And that's been a huge part of why we're able to stay here.
Reporting in Bozeman, I'm Bradley Warren. Wake up, wake up. Wake Up, Montana. Well, for the last 20 years, Travis Barton has been responsible for hanging the giant garland with care. Firefighters come together every year to spread a little bit of holiday cheer here in downtown Bozeman, and this year will be Barton's last year being a part of the event. It was the start of December, and all through downtown, not a shopper was shopping, not a parker was parking, but there were several sounds.
Pretty cool to have it last as long as it has, since 1967, and that we're probably the only city left in the U.S. that's still putting them up.
Crews came together with the purpose of spreading cheer. It was a joint effort with joy in the air for a city that's experienced so much growth and change in the last several years.
They feel very Bozeman. I mean, I feel Bozeman's changed so much, and it just continues to change, and it's one of the things about Bozeman that just stays the same. And when they go up, it's kind of like seeing an old friend.
But for one Bozeman firefighter with retirement near, it marked the end of a long, successful career.
When I started with Bozeman Fire, January 2nd, 2001, it was the first thing I did. I showed up at 8 a.m. and the chief said, get down there and take down the decorations, and I had no idea what he was talking about. I thought it was a prank, so and here we are 19 years later putting them up, so it's kind of fun.
With an apprentice in training, there's still much cheer as the spiders will continue to go up year after year.
I think it screams Bozeman. Right? We're the only ones that do it, and it just kind of caps off your downtown for the winter season, so it's pretty neat.
And now that the garland has been hung with great care, the city can celebrate with big holiday cheer as one firefighter passes the torch to the next generation. He's left to reflect on many years of dedication.
Great way to give back, I guess. You know, the city's provided for my family for a long time, so to be able to give back, that's pretty cool.
Now all of the spiders are up here in downtown Bozeman. All of them intersections here have different color garland hanging from them, and they're topped with stars on top of the trees, and they'll be lit this Friday at the Christmas stroll. Now I've got some more information about the Christmas stroll up on our website if you'd like to attend.